Between the age when oceans swallowed kings and the rise of the sons of Arias, there was a forgotten era, forged in steel, baptized in blood, and buried in dust. Civilization tells you that you are safe. Conan would disagree, because safety is a story people tell themselves when the walls are still standing, and walls always fall. In the Hyborian Age, there were cities carved from stone, guarded by armies, protected by kings who believed their power eternal. They built laws, they built courts, they built markets where gold flowed like water, and men convinced themselves they had risen above chaos. Conan walked through those cities. He saw silk banners waving above streets that smelled of wine and arrogance. He saw nobles debating justice while soldiers bled beyond the gates. He saw men who had never held a blade speak confidently about war, and he knew something they refused to admit. Civilization does not remove danger, it hides it. In Beyond the Black River, Robert E. Howard wrote the line that defines Conan's worldview. Barbarism is the natural state of mankind. Civilization is unnatural. And in the end, barbarism must always triumph. This was not praise of savagery, it was observation. Civilization creates comfort. Comfort creates dependence. Dependence creates weakness. In the cities Conan visited, men trusted systems more than themselves. They trusted guards to fight for them, judges to protect them, walls to shield them. But Conan had seen walls burn. He had seen guards run. He had seen judges beg. When the illusion collapses, what remains? Not debate, not status, not reputation. Strength remains. That is the law of steel. Steel does not care about titles. It does not recognize hierarchy. It answers only to the will and strength of the hand that wields it. Conan understood this long before he wore a crown. As a boy, he watched his village fall. He saw promises fail. He saw brave speeches dissolve into screams. There were no courts that day, no laws that mattered, only blades, blood, and those who could endure. That moment shaped him. He did not grow into a man who hated civilization. He grew into a man who refused to depend on it. In palaces, kings spoke of stability. Conan saw fragility. In taverns, scholars spoke of progress. Conan saw decadence. In temples, priests promised protection. Conan saw fear. He did not reject civilization because he was savage. He rejected the illusion that it made men stronger. Look at the pattern in Howard's stories. Time and again, great cities decay from within. Corruption spreads. Comfort breeds softness. Leaders become distant from hardship. Soldiers become administrators. Warriors become politicians. Then something older returns, from the forests, from the deserts, from the forgotten edges of the world. And the comfortable men are not ready. Conan does not fear gods. He fears weakness, because weakness is what invites collapse. Modern society believes it has moved beyond that cycle. We have technology, systems, insurance, contracts, networks that promise security. And most of the time, they work. But they work because stability still holds. Conan would ask a simple question: what happens when it doesn't? What happens when the power grid fails, when institutions crumble, when the order everyone trusted reveals itself as temporary? Will argument protect you? Will reputation save you? Or will you discover that beneath layers of comfort, you have forgotten how to stand alone? This is why Conan unsettles modern audiences. He does not apologize for strength. He does not outsource survival. He does not pretend the world is gentle. He trains his body because it may be all he has. He sharpens his blade because speeches cannot cut. He trusts instinct because systems can lie. That is not barbarism. That is awareness. Civilization is a magnificent construction. It builds art, knowledge, culture, but it also builds distance from hardship. And hardship is the forge of strength. Remove hardship entirely, and you remove the test. Remove the test, and you remove resilience. Conan survives not because he is the strongest man in every room. He survives because he is prepared for the room to collapse. He does not assume protection. He prepares for loss. He does not assume justice. He prepares for betrayal. He does not assume permanence. He prepares for ruin. That mindset is terrifying to those who live comfortably because it suggests that safety is temporary, that strength is personal. That responsibility cannot be outsourced forever. Conan is not a philosopher in robes. He is philosophy in motion. He walks through empires and outlives them. He witnesses temples crumble and keeps walking. He sees rulers fall and does not kneel to the next illusion. This is not a call to abandon civilization. It is a warning not to be consumed by it. Civilization can elevate you, but if it replaces your strength instead of sharpening it, it will betray you. In the end, the law of steel is not about violence, it is about readiness. It is about knowing that comfort is not strength. It is about understanding that freedom requires the ability to stand without support. Conan was right about one thing above all. When the walls fall, and eventually they do, the man who survives is not the one who believed the story. It is the one who prepared for its ending. So the question is not whether civilization makes men weak. The question is this: if everything around you disappeared tomorrow, would you still be standing, or would you be waiting for someone else to carry your steel?